Сейчас еще один, мне кажется. Да. На нахуй.
In the Russian city of Penza, strike drones targeted the joint stock company Radiozavod early this morning. Several Telegram channels reported the strike and regional authorities confirmed it, as noted by Astra. Local residents witnessed drones flying over residential areas, followed by explosions and a subsequent fire near the industrial facility. Relevant videos and photos have also been shared on social media. The governor of Russia's Penza region confirmed the attack and fire at one of the industrial enterprises. Enemy drones have once again attacked one of our industrial enterprises. There are no casualties or significant damage. A fire broke out on the premises, which is currently being extinguished, Melnichenko wrote. Radiozavod Joint Stock Company is an instrument-making enterprise that produces automated control systems for troops and weapons, including air defense systems and artillery systems, as well as specialized devices for the needs of the Russian Ministry of Defense and other security agencies. It is part of the Roselectronics holding, which belongs to the state corporation Rostec.
Сейчас еще один, мне кажется. Да. На нахуй. Охуеть.
A Ukrainian airstrike with a GBU-61 JDAM bomb targeted a Russian position in Repyakhivka-Belgorod region. Ukrainian aviation regularly strikes Russian positions with precision-guided bombs, targeting ammo depots, troop concentrations, and air defense systems. These high-precision strikes are disrupting supply lines and forcing Russian units to constantly relocate, degrading their combat effectiveness. The Bulava unit of the separate presidential brigade has showcased its first use of a drone armed with a grenade launcher against Russian assault troops. Ukrainian Bulava, an FPV drone specialist unit embedded in the brigade's 3rd Mechanized Battalion, has pioneered combat drone tactics using the Queen of Hornets FPV platform equipped with a Bullspike AP grenade launcher. The unit has successfully used this setup to strike Russian infantry and high-value targets, notably destroying a rare Zoopark-1 radar system valued at about $24 million. These precision drone strikes disrupt Russian operations, damage morale, and showcase Ukraine's growing drone warfare innovation. Operators from the 413th Separate Unmanned Systems Battalion raid destroyed a Buk M1 air defense system, a 2S1 Gvozdika, and a towed howitzer, despite Russian EW interference. Their strike disabled the BUK's radar, and additional targets included a Russian APC with crew, a Ural truck, and both Kamaz and UAZ vehicles. The 413th Separate Unmanned Systems Battalion raid is one of Ukraine's most effective and advanced drone warfare units. Formed in September 2024 from the 14th UAV Regiment under the command of Major Yevhen Karas, the battalion specializes in precision strikes against high-value Russian military assets, particularly air defense systems and electronic warfare platforms. Operating across multiple fronts, raid teams have conducted deep reconnaissance and executed drone-guided attacks with remarkable consistency. In April 2025 alone, the unit successfully destroyed or disabled numerous Russian systems, including 5 Buk M3 launchers, as well as Buk M2, Buk M1, Strela 10, Osa, and Tunguska platforms. They also targeted tanks, armored vehicles, artillery batteries, MLRS units, and fuel depots, while simultaneously engaging and eliminating Russian UAV crews and downing enemy drones. Their operations often rely on advanced FPV drones capable of penetrating enemy jamming and evading missiles, allowing for real-time targeting and follow-up strikes. Ukrainian intelligence has hacked the Russian-installed Crimean government servers and uncovered evidence of mass abductions of children from occupied territories. Thousands of names and their relocation sites have been obtained and handed over to investigators. Representatives of Ukraine and several other countries walked out of the hall during a speech by Valentina Matvienko, chair of the Russian Federation Council at the World Conference of Speakers of Parliaments in Geneva. Deputy Speaker of the Ukrainian Parliament, Olna Kondratyuk, said she was proud of all her colleagues and Ukraine's partners. In response to the protests, Matvienko dismissed the participants' actions as mosquito bites and clownery. Matvienko, who is under EU and Swiss sanctions, was speaking at the morning general debate at the UN office in Geneva when a group of EU lawmakers demonstratively left the room. I walked out during the speech by Valentina Matvienko because I refuse to be a prop for the lies on which the criminal Kremlin regime is built. Czech lawmaker Maketa Pekarova-Adamova, who leads her country's lower house of parliament, wrote on Instagram. Ukraine's top allies in Europe are set to ask for tens of billions of euros in European Union loans to jointly buy weapons for the war-battered country, as well as to boost their own defenses. Ahead of Tuesday's deadline to apply for the new 150 billion euros security assistance facility for Europe loans for weapons scheme, several EU countries told Politico they are considering using that money to help Ukraine defend itself against Russia's full-scale invasion. The loan scheme was proposed by the Commission in March as part of its broader Rearm Europe program and aims to boost Europe's defense industry and reduce the bloc's decades-old military dependence on the United States. Belgium, Bulgaria, Cyprus, Czech Republic, Estonia, Spain, Finland, Hungary, and Lithuania have formally expressed an interest in requesting the loans. The EU's defense spokesperson Thomas Regnier told reporters on Tuesday. Others, including Czech Republic, Latvia, Bulgaria, and Greece, indicated they will do so before the deadline on Tuesday at midnight. By jointly buying weapons through the scheme, countries can secure a lower price than they would obtain by going it alone and then deliver the armaments to Ukraine. France is also likely to apply for the loans, while Germany, Sweden, and the Netherlands are expected to decline, according to people familiar with those governments' plans. However, even countries not taking loans are still able to cut the cost of arms deliveries by taking part in joint procurements. European countries are facing growing pressure to increase their own weapons stocks and to boost military aid to Ukraine after US President Donald Trump signaled unwillingness to continue funding Kyiv's war effort. Countries are also exploring directly buying weapons from Ukrainian companies, which is encouraged under SAFE. This would allow Kyiv to increase the scale of defense production and technological integration with the EU, a Ukrainian diplomat told Politico. EU Defense Commissioner Andrius Kubilius wrote on Thursday that at least 20 countries will demand up to $100 billion under the scheme. The final figure will be clearer on Tuesday, the deadline to apply for loans, although Brussels has indicated that even latecomers won't be turned away. China has rejected US demands to stop buying Russian oil and will continue its purchases despite the threat of high tariffs, according to Reuters. Chinese officials stated that China is a sovereign nation with its own energy needs, and oil purchases will be based on domestic policy. US Treasury Secretary Bessent commented, "The Chinese take their sovereignty very seriously. They would rather pay a 100% tariff than be told what to do." Trump has announced a 25% tariff on India, citing its continued purchase of military equipment and energy from Russia. He noted that while the world wants Russia to stop the war in Ukraine, India and China remain Russia's top energy buyers, calling the situation unacceptable. Remember, while India is our friend, we have, over the years, done relatively little business with them because their tariffs are far too high, among the highest in the world, and they have the most strenuous and obnoxious non-monetary trade barriers of any country. Also, they have always bought a vast majority of their military equipment from Russia and are Russia's largest buyer of energy, along with China, at a time when everyone wants Russia to stop the killing in Ukraine. All things not good. India will therefore be paying a tariff of 25% plus a penalty for the above starting on August 1st. Thank you for your attention to this matter. The Kremlin has once again confirmed that it doesn't care about US sanctions and boasted about having immunity to them following Trump's threats.
Мы достаточно долго живем под огромным количеством санкций, и наша экономика функционирует под огромным количеством рестрикций. Вот, поэтому, конечно, определенный иммунитет у нас уже выработан на этот счет. И мы продолжаем фиксировать все заявления, которые поступают от президента Трампа, от других международных представителей на этот счет.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Rescues every day. We had a guy last week at 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.